Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. This is Alicia. A while back, I made a video titled 5 Things to Avoid When Interacting with the Visually Impaired. This is 5 things you should do when interacting with the visually impaired. Okay, number 1, if you see a disabled person with any disability, even if it is visual impairment, do not make them feel excluded by refusing to talk to them.
Say hello, right?
Yeah, say hello to them. Would you like to introduce yourself in this video?
My name is Brandon again.
Yes, thank you. So what would you do if you came across a visually impaired person?
I would say, hello, how are you doing?
Would you
If I didn't know their name, what's your name? My name is Brandon.
Yeah, that's the way you should react. Would you have done that if you had never met me?
Yes. I do that with pretty much everybody who walks in here, regardless.
That's good. That's exactly what you should do when you see a disabled person.
It's just like a stranger that walks in here and they're wandering aimlessly, like, where am I going? And I just go up to them and ask, hey, what can I help you with? What are you trying to find?
Exactly.
You're trying to find registration for PT, or you're going to join the gym?
Yeah, we're recording this in the gym. Okay, number 2. If you and your friends are playing a board game and you see a visually impaired person or a disabled person, do not exclude. I'm sorry, I don't want to be repetitious, but do not exclude them by moving the game pieces for them or by saying, oh, you couldn't do this. You should give them a chance. Some games they will be able to play independently. Some games they will need help. If they need help, then show them what to do, but don't do it for them.
So like bingo, for example, they call out the number.
Yeah, like 5, for example.
So what would you do? You would help them put their finger on the chip or the marker and help them to mark that area?
Yeah. Yeah, like, how do you play bingo?
You got a card with a set of numbers all over it, and they roll either a ball type machine, and the number pops out, and if you got that number that's on your board, then you put a little chip over it, or you put a mark through it. And then once you get, if I'm not mistaken, once you get a certain amount, like a diagonal line, any line in a row, sort of like tic-tac-toe, right? Then you've won.
Yeah. It's kind of like tic-tac-toe. So, yeah. Or like, even in the game, let's just say, for example, checkers.
Yeah.
They can play checkers, but they may need help knowing where to put the chips on the board.
Right.
Yeah. If it's someone that has pretty good color vision, it probably won't be a problem. If it's someone that can't see colors at all, or if it's someone that can only see colors part of the time, instead of moving the game pieces for them,
Put your finger on their finger?
no, you could put your fingers on the board where they need to put it and tap out a beat on the board.
Okay.
That would work, wouldn't it? It seems like it would work.
Yeah. Until they get it to that exact square. Colors on a checkerboard are what color?
Black and red.
Correct.
Yeah, so don't make anyone feel excluded by not allowing them to play, or by doing it for them, or telling them that they are not capable of playing a game. Number 3, do not assume what someone is or is not capable of doing. You cannot look at someone and tell if they are disabled. most of the time. Of course, there are exceptions. But, for example, if someone has a cloudy eye, that don't always mean that they can't see anything at all.
Yeah.
Some people that has a cloudy eye may be able to see light or shadows.
Yeah.
While I've heard of other cases where someone may have a cloudy eye, or maybe they have two cloudy eyes. Both of the eyes are cloudy, and they're not like that. I've heard of them, some of them being able to have some usable vision, even vision that they can use to read with, if it's extra large.
So that brings me to a point of one of my people that come in here. I'm not
Okay.
mentioning any names, but
Of course not.
he's got macular degeneration, you know, and he needs me to help set up his machines. So, but I do not hold his hand and make him follow me everywhere I go because he still has vision.
Exactly.
So every now and then he'll go to the wrong machine, and I might know this one right here. But once he gets there, he knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. We're on number 4, right? Yeah. Yeah, number 4. Pity is oftentimes confused with compassion. One way that you can stop confusing them is think about it like this. Compassion is good, pity is evil.
Exactly.
Compassion is when you care about someone and you make someone feel included.
Yeah.
Pity is when you feel sorry for someone for having a condition. Does that make sense?
Yes, that happens all the time in our world.
It does. It actually, things like pity and calling somebody inspirational just for doing ordinary things like going to the grocery store or being interested in fashion, just for being visually impaired or having a disability and doing those things,
Yeah.
things like calling someone inspirational or pitying them, that's called inspiration porn, because you are using a disabled person to make you feel better about their condition.
So let me ask you this. So if you're in the grocery store and you notice someone with a disability, and you just say they're in one of the carts, automated carts that they're driving around, and they're looking at something like heavy, like a bag of potatoes or whatever, charcoal, I don't know. Would it be okay for someone to go over there and help them out and pick that up for them?
Yeah, of course it's okay, but you should always ask, do you need help?
Exactly, yeah.
If
You
they
always ask first.
Yeah, you should ask first. If they say no, then just go on about your business.
Yes.
If they say yes, then give them the support they need, but don't feel sorry for them and don't call them inspirational just for doing everyday things.
Yeah.
Because that's using disabled people. That makes them feel bad about their condition. We understand that it's coming from a good place. It's come from a heart of kindness most of the time,
Yeah.
but it's really not kind to call someone inspirational or to pity them.
Yeah.
Because you are using them to make you feel better about whatever they have.
Yeah.
It's a concept called inspiration porn because you are truly using a disabled person for your personal gain
Right.
so that you have an eased conscience about whatever condition they have.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this concept before?
I haven't, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's actually a very common concept,
Yeah.
but not everybody knows the name for it. Yeah, so let's move on to number 5. That's enough said about pity and inspiration. Okay. It's not good to pity someone, it's not good to call them inspirational. It seems kind, but it's not kind. It's bad.
For somebody with disability, right?
Yeah. Instead of calling someone inspirational, what we need to be saying is, that book I read is inspirational, or the speech I listened to is inspirational,
So
not the person.
let me ask you this. What if, like when you came in and you got on the treadmill or your little fear that you had before you got on the treadmill,
I was scared of the treadmill
you were scared of the treadmill,
before I
okay?
did it, yeah.
But then once you got on it and you started, and now it's like a regular to you, do you think that inspired someone else? Like, look, I mean, it even goes for people who are not visually impaired. Like you've got someone in here who you may not think can do that, but then they get on there and prove you wrong. And is it okay to call them an inspiration to like me at that point?
No,
No, it's not.
no, it's not. It's never okay to call a disabled person inspirational, but the speeches we hear and the books we read
Yeah.
can be inspirational
Okay.
because that's not using a person to make you feel better about yourself.
So what I should do is say, you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Compared to what you first started off and now what you're doing, I see dramatic improvement. You're doing great.
Yeah, what you should do is say, you're doing a very good job. I'm grateful that you were able to conquer your fear of the treadmill.
Yeah.
Maybe because you do the treadmill, maybe someone else that don't think that they can do it, or maybe someone else that's scared of it, will have the courage to do it.
Okay, let me ask you, isn't that a definition of inspiration? I'm just trying to clarify this.
No, because courage is having the ability to do something
Yes.
that you didn't think you'd be able to do, or it's being able to do something that you were scared of.
Okay.
Inspiration is like, wow, he's so amazing that he can go to the grocery store even though he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, it's so amazing that she writes books even though she's blind.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Or it's like, even though she's low vision, it's amazing that she can even cook pancakes.
I guess I was taking that out of the context of the visually impaired, just to normal, not normal, but people who aren't visually impaired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to the visually impaired.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Some people confuse inspiration with courage,
Yeah.
and they're not the same,
Okay.
like we have just clarified. So
Yeah.
let's move on to number 5, finally. Okay, number 5. Some visually impaired people, or even disabled people in general, will need less support, and some of them will need more support. You cannot look at them and tell, so don't judge them by the way they look,
Right.
or speak, or walk, or whatever it is.
Right.
So, when it comes to disabled people making friends, most people do not give us the time of day. They just walk by and they hang out with the people that are like them. Disabled people are just as worthy of and needful of having friends, just like non-disabled people are.
That's when community comes into play, right?
Yeah.
Because you can see people
It
in the
is.
stores and things, and
Yeah.
you might see them once, maybe never again. So I guess that's where it's important for like a community,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Kind of like a church family. You edify, you build up each other, and things like that. You share your struggles with each other. You help each other.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But when you live in a small town,
Yeah.
you may be the only person with your disability. That's when it's even more important to connect with people that are similar to you.
Yeah.
Even if that means talking on the phone for once a month.
So like this weekend, and I'll just go, this kind of sort of relates to this. But this weekend at Forwood Park, they're having a 3-hour thing called Recovery Fest.
What's that?
This Recovery Fest is the 5th annual, it's like a festival that they're going to have for people who have overcame alcohol addiction, drug addiction, who have overcame divorce, who have overcame abuse, who have overcame all these things, or people show up who still are in that process. they're having what they call it Recovery Fest. They're celebrating
They're
their
celebrating
recovery, and they've got people who are all there who are connected by one way or another, by an addiction, by a divorce, by someone being abused, and they're going to have a huge community at this Recovery Fest this weekend coming up. So that's something that, you know, needs to happen for people with disability.
It does.
And that's where you would find that help and support and friendship.
Yeah,
But-
it needs to happen anyway.
But right now, you know, it's, like you said, a small community, like I'm sure bigger cities like Atlanta and Macon and all have a lot more people with disabilities and maybe have things like that.
True. Yeah, but even small cities need things like that.
Yeah.
Even if it's no more than 3 people getting together once a month.
Right.
That's better than not at all.
But that's where someone in the community, some part of the city council or something, they need to come together and make that kind of happen. Find out who are the disability people in our community and how can we reach out to them. Like, I'm a part of the Tift County Commission on Children and Youth. We try to do things and, you know, form activities for kids in our area to have things to do, places to go, so they don't go out and get in trouble and doing all the things they shouldn't do.
Yeah, and even though that's important for non-disabled people,
Yeah,
I believe it's even more important for people with disabilities.
right.
Because when you are disabled, when you live in a small community, and you don't have people that are similar to you,
Yeah.
you are more likely to get in trouble because you don't know how to relate to people.
Yeah. So that's a big need.
It's a big mess.
You need a big need for a community of disabled people, regardless of the disability, right?
Yeah, we do. We need that community anyway,
Yeah.
but we especially need that community in the Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
The Pentecostal church does have a conference for the deaf people. They have an organization for people with different kinds of disabilities, but it's located in a bigger city,
Yeah.
in another
Exactly.
state.
Yeah.
They need to have something for low vision and blind people. I'm low vision, and I don't get to communicate with my people. The
Right.
closest thing that even comes close to that is by watching videos and listening to podcasts. Even though that's not the same, at least I'm getting the semi-notion in the visually impaired world.
Right.
I don't get to talk to them, but I do
You're-
get to hear their voices.
You get to hear things they're going through, something they can do to help you, maybe.
Yeah, or like just help the visually impaired community in general.
Yeah.
Come on, Pentecostal people, wake up. We need an organization in the UPCI for visually impaired people. This is not a joke. This is not a lie. This is not even an exaggeration. I'm telling you the truth. I really am low vision, and I need to be with people like me. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are Pentecostal, please make an effort to be kind to your visually impaired people and your disabled people in general that are in your church. Yes, people are kind to me in my church, but there's nobody like me there. That's where the hang-up is. That's where I'm not getting the interaction. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I really do love my church, but I need to be with people like me. The only time I ever got to be with people like me was during some short-term, like a weekend or maybe a week-long camp when I was going to school. There would be a camp in Macon that I would attend for people like me. A weekend or like 1 week out of the year, that's not enough. Disabled people need to be with their people at least once a month. They need to have interaction with their people at least once a month. Just like it's important for non-disabled people to get together and to do things, it's even more so important for us to do it. Pentecostal people, I really hope you see this video, and I really hope that you help me make a change in the visually impaired community, because this is serious. I really do want visually impaired people to come into the Pentecostal church. And I think what's going to help make them want to come in is when we show them not pity, but compassion. Don't call them inspirational, show them that they are welcome and that you want them on your praise team, or you want to go to the coffee shop with them, even though everybody else in your group is not disabled. I truly hope you take this to heart. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell, and please subscribe to my channel.